G a little bit, June. Alice, G. 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 All right, hey everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So today I'm at the house. We got the skid steer moved back home from the Jackson track. We're done down there. Now I'm just moving equipment back home, and I've got to start on the log bed for Big Red. And in the midst of all that, I've got to keep all my mules in good shape and keep them where they're working good. So in order to kill two birds with one stone and get a little bit more done, I'm working all four today. For a couple reasons. Not only to exercise my mules and work them all together, but I also want them to get used to working in this configuration, in this 4-up type hitch, because we're going to log like this a good bit. On the bigger timber and on the hills and stuff, when it's too much for two mules, I'll put them together like this and we'll work four. And today we've got this tire behind us. It's the big Rogator tire. Where y'all going? Get back over in the road, gee little. It's really not enough load for all four, really, to be honest with you. But it's real hot today, and I'm not trying to kill my mules. I'm just trying to kind of keep them in good shape. Kate, stand up a little. And you know, also May's shoulder it's one of them type deals where I don't want to overdo it with May, you know what I mean. Got to get down here where I can see, make sure there ain't no cars coming. Gee, a little bit now. Where y'all going? Gee, come here. We go the same way every time. They ought to know the way by now. But May's shoulder, you know, she's doing good. Her shoulder's doing really good, y'all. But I don't want to take no chances and put any undue pressure on her, you know. And with my two tires on there, and until these young mules really learn to wait on the older team out front, sometimes they can really bow up real hard, you know, trying to pull all this load back here by themselves. They about got this figured out though. May and June is in the back, Kate and Alice is in the front, and the young mules has about figured this out. They about figured out how to just wait on them old mules out front and let them old mules help them. It usually don't take long when you got enough weight behind them. And like I say, really this ain't enough weight. It's not really a 4-mule load. But it's working out all right, and they're learning from it. Everybody's doing good. They're walking good and slow. And that's what I like. I don't like them to be out here trying to trot. I'm not on a wagon train. This is how I want them to walk in the woods pulling a log. Because I can walk behind them, you know, pretty easy. And we can get some work done. We're gonna practice a few things that we would do normally in the woods. I'm gonna give them a stop command here in a second, and then we're gonna get them to bump the load up just a little. I do that a lot on a log cart to get a log squared up, you know, or whatnot. So this is something that we'll practice with a 4-mule hitch. Whoa. All right, Alice, give me a little bit, little, whoa, little more, Alice. June, little bit, whoa, that'll do. So little things like that is stuff that we'll do in the woods. You know, getting them to bump a log up when we get to the landing to square it up with the rest of the logs and whatnot. I mean, obviously we ain't got to square this tire up. But this is just something we'll practice out here, you know, on the training cart. And then when we get in the woods, it won't be no big deal. Plus, they'll be used to following each other. And my philosophy, y'all, behind driving 4 is you load them enough back here with this weight. And this is a pretty good sized tire, and it's got concrete blocks in it. You load them enough to where the back team can pull it, but they really got to bow up to pull it. You know what I mean? It's really too much load for two but not enough for 4, if that makes any sense. In other words, when all 4 of them get together, they can just ease along like what you just saw. But these young mules have got to learn to wait on these older ones, to, you know, taking off and working too. And you can tell a lot by what's going on by the stretchers up there. The stretchers is what the front team is pulling off of. They're hooked into the tongue on the end. If their stretcher chains get loose like they are right now, that means they don't have no load, and that means I need to hold this back team back a little and let the front team tighten up a little. You don't really have to do nothing, just drive them. And when this back team gets tired of pulling all the load, that front team will tighten up and just keep right on the driving. In a little while, they'll all be together. You won't have to do a whole lot. They drove this way. This will be their 3rd time, I believe. 4th time, if you count the time I plowed with them. 4th time working 4 together. And these young girls are learning. Again, we got May on the wheel position, closest to us, May and June, and Kate and Alice out front. All right, Kate, Alice, come here. Easy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now see, what happened that time was my back team started before my front team did. And that ain't what you want. They got to stand up a little bit, June. Whoa now, whoa. G a little bit, Alice. Alice G, whoa. Now I kind of got my team squared up more or less. Whoop. And I want to start together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put just a little bit of pressure on this back team to hold them while the front team walks off. All right, Kate, Alice. Kate, there you go. Now the more we do that, it's like driving a team. You know, you keep your team together to keep them even when they take off. And you do the same thing with 4. You keep them even when they take off. And the more you do it, the better they'll get. Get in there, Kate. Stand up. I try my best to keep my front team and my back team in line with each other. I don't want one team, you know, going one direction and another team going the other. Only time I do that is when I'm in the turns, and y'all see it up here in a minute. Stand up now. Y'all see it up here in a minute where we're gonna turn. I kind of hold my back team to the opposite direction of my lead team, and that keeps everybody following each other. If you don't, the back team will cut in early, and it'll just make your turn come out bad. And I ain't no, you know, 100% professional 4-mule hitch driver either, but we get by. And like I say, after you work them, y'all, I mean, you can see I got slack in my hands right now. After you work them a while, especially like in this heat, you know, they're not gonna do a whole lot. They're not gonna get too fractious in this heat. And they'll settle in pretty quick. We've only been working now for about 30 minutes. I'm working them late in the evening, so that way it ain't so rough on them, because it's pretty hot in the middle of the day. We're in the 90s, 95 ish right now, and even with these being mules, it's still pretty hot on them. This is a good slow gait that they're all doing. They're gating good together as far as their stride and pulling. The babies, the ones in the back here, May and June, are gonna be, you know, a little bigger than Kate and Alice, which is good. That'll work out good for them being in the back. You always want to put your little bigger team in the back. But they gait good together, and they kind of, you know, they pull good together. They all got about the same stride, which is good. Come here now, y'all tighten up a little. Now they'll get a little bit faster going back toward the house. because they know we're going toward the barn. But I always turn them back up here at the road. And I'll swap directions on how I turn them. Down here I normally go to the right, and then back out there at the road I'll go to the left, and then every now and then I'll change it up and go the opposite directions. Kind of give them something a little different. But as slow as they're walking right now, that's what I like. It suits me just fine. All of them now. Alright, yeah, Alice. Yeah, Alice. Whoop, yeah. Whoop, yeah. Yeah. Straighten up a little. Straighten up a little. Yeah. Whoop, yeah. Whoop, yeah. 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 Easy now. Easy now. Yeah, come here, May. May, stand up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, easy now. Easy now. Now it's hard to get all four of them to side pass at the same time. That's one that takes a little bit of doings and a little bit of time and effort. It ain't gonna be pretty in the beginning, but that's how you make a tight turn, you know, coming around. And in the woods, we're gonna have to make some tight turns. They'll get used to it. But it's easier doing it out here where we got this constant load that we can load them with and, you know, keep them going. This is just more or less conditioning them, y'all. And like I say, teaching them to drive four at a time too. Getting everybody used to being together. Getting everybody used to going together and whatnot. And when the babies get it figured out real good, and you know, when everybody's doing good, I'll put Kate and Alice in the back and let the babies out front for a while. Let them put into practice what they've learned. You know, you'd be surprised what a pair of mules, a pair of young mules. Come here now, don't pay that thing no attention. That grating ain't gonna hurt you. You would be surprised what a pair of young mules will learn just walking behind a pair of older mules, a more experienced team out in front of them. You know, when you talk to them, you know, little things that you say, they'll learn an awful lot that way. I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about language, mule language. You know, people always talk about the English language and what we teach them as far as, you know, like the W word, G and haw and, you know, come here and all that good mess, making them go and side passing and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, not a lot of people talks about the mule's language. And in the beginning, when you first start in on a team, the mule don't know no English, and the man don't know no mule in the very beginning. But when you stay together a while and you train together, the mule learns a little bit of English and the man learns a little bit of mule, and it becomes a beautiful thing. You know, when a mule's humped up in the back, you know, you can tell that they're kind of nervous, you know, nervous-like, and there's a good chance that they're gonna kick. When they start short stepping, like they're pulling right now, everybody's just making good slow. Come here now, y'all stand up, getting too slow. When they're making good even strides like they're making right now, everybody's relaxed. But if they go to short stepping, that means they're getting nervous about something, you know. And if they go to holding their head up in the air and short stepping, they're gonna try to run away with you if you ain't careful, if you don't keep a hold of the lines. You know, they're getting scared of something. You know, something's going on, something's kind of spooking them a little bit. And if you'll talk to them in a calm manner, calm, cool, laid back manner, whoa. If you'll talk to them in a calm, cool, laid back manner, most of the time you can settle them down and just hold them with the lines. You know, when they go to doing that type of thing. You know, they'll, like June, you know, she'll clamp her tail real hard sometimes. Sometimes she'll swish her tail. A lot of times when they swish their tail real fast, like when they're pulling, a lot of times that means they're getting sort of aggravated. The load might be a little too much for them. You know, sometimes they just have to fight a load. Stand up a little bit, May. Stand up a little bit, May. Whoa, now. You know, whoa, now. I'm not talking to you. You know, it's one of them type deals to where you kind of got to be around them a while to understand exactly what they're saying and how they're talking back to you. You know, it takes a while. Stand up, May, and quit that. Whoa. All right, y'all, come here. They don't want to stand, so I'm gonna just put them back to working. I'll talk to you while we're working. They think I'm talking to them. They hadn't learned the difference yet. They can concentrate a little more whenever they're pulling this load. But again, you know, when they're just easing along like they're doing now, just slow, easy strides, and they're not short stepping and all that mess, that usually means that they're pretty relaxed. I don't like their heads down and their ears flopping, you know, and them not paying me no attention. A lot of people will comment on that and say, well, I like my mules heads down and their ears flopping and their heads are shaking. Well, that's cool and everything, but your mules ain't paying you very much attention. You know, they're just out there kind of doing their own thing. I want my mules heads up and their ears back here listening to me. I don't want their heads jacked straight up in the air, but I don't want them, you know, halfway down to the ground either. That's why I use overchecks on my bridles. It keeps them from getting their head down too far and getting hung up in the, like my lead team, getting hung up in the stretchers and whatnot. You know, it's a safety thing for me, and it helps them pull. We'll go into that at a later date. That's a subject for another day. But just some common things, you know, you can tell a lot about a mule by where their ears are at. If their ears are back here toward me, they're paying me attention. If their ears are off over there somewhere, they're paying something attention over that way. And they're not paying me no attention, if that makes any sense. So, you know, you learn a little bit of mule language once you've been doing it a little while, and then the mules learn a little bit of English, and it just becomes a beautiful thing, you know, between everybody. Come here now, G, we ain't going home. G, a little bit, Alice. All right. All right, now, ha. Come here, we gotta make it tight this time. Come here, ha, whoop, ha. Stand up, ha. Easy, ha. Ha. The car coming. Ha, stand up, May. Ha, whoop, ha. Ha, come here, whoop. Come here now, ha. Come here. It's all right. Here, stand up. Ha, whoop, ha. Whoop, ha. Ha, come here, Alice. Alice, ha. Alice, ha. Whoop. Easy, June. June, easy. Whoop, ha. Whoop, ha. Ha. Whoop, ha. Come here. Come here now. Whoop. Whoop. Whoa. Now this takes finesse, y'all, and it takes time and patience. That's not a good turn. But we ain't done this a lot, you know, so we got a lot of improving to do. But that's the idea of what I want out of a turn. I want them to all side pass together. All right, come here, Alice, Kate. Whoop. Alice, get in there now, Kate. Whoop. They're not going when I want them to. Whoa now. They gotta listen. All right, come here, Kate, Alice. There we go. Your front team's got to mind you pretty good because they got to work just about off your voice. You know, you can't reach out there and touch them if you need to. But this is what we're going to kind of practice, y'all, and I just kind of wanted to bring you up to speed on where we're at. Like I say, we got the Jackson track finished out, and we're going to keep doing this right here for a while. And I got to start working on Big Red's log bed. Come on now, y'all stand up. Getting a little too slow. I got to start working on Big Red's log bed, because we got to get it done and have it ready to move to the next job here in the next couple weeks. Come here. They'll get sloppy after about 45 minutes to an hour. They'll go to bumping on each other and getting sloppy because they're just kind of getting tired. But if you'll keep on working them, they'll get to where they'll line back out and they'll do like they're supposed to. And if you do that several days in a row, just keep on working them, pretty soon this will be elementary stuff. It won't even be a big deal. They'll just step right on around. Come on now, y'all stand up. You're getting too slow. Now, I haven't worked Kate and Alice here. Let's see. It's been a little bit since I worked them. It's been about 2 weeks since I worked them at all. And May and June's been working on the Jackson track with me. Every bit of timber that come off the Jackson track, May and June is the one that done it. I didn't even take Kate and Alice to that job. And I'm proud of these young girls. They've done me a good job. They're gonna make a good logging team too. In their own time, they just gotta learn. You know, everybody's gotta learn together. There's things that I like about Kate and Alice better than I do May and June, and then there's things I like about May and June better than I do Kate and Alice. But together, all four of them, they're pretty good mules for me. Now, they might not suit a lot of people, but they suit me pretty good. I sure appreciate y'all coming along, hanging out, being here with us. I love all of you. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate your prayers. Just appreciate you being here. A lot of you I've got to know in the comments and emails and phone calls. You know, a lot of you are like family. And I appreciate you, every one of you. And you can bet that if you're watching this video right now, you're hearing my voice, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your soul that God will save you. And I'm praying that you're prosperous and that the Lord will help you each and every day. I can't tell you enough, y'all, how good God's been to me. I hadn't always been right in my life. I hadn't always been easy to get along with either. But thanks be to God and my family, my girls and my wife, I've learned to, you know, let a lot of things go that don't really matter. Marcy's told me several times, she says, you know, 98% of what we argue about as people, as human beings, 5 minutes after we get through arguing about it, it don't even matter. And one lesson, y'all, that I've had to learn that's probably harder than any lesson that I've ever had to learn is the sheer fact that outside of dying, if you're not dying, it ain't worth worrying about. Now, that's the truth. And if you're saved and born again and ready to go to heaven, then dying ain't really worth worrying about, to be honest with you. Not if you really truly believe in Jesus and who he said he was. Come here now. Whoa. All right, a little bit, Alice. Alice. Whoa. All right, Alice, June, come here, little. Whoa. Now that's what I want. I want them all to take a step together, because on these big loads that we're gonna be pulling and logging, they're gonna have to go together. Now, y'all, my GoPro battery, or my GoPro itself, is trying to overheat. It's getting too hot. Poor little GoPro don't like the cold or the heat, so I'm gonna have to kind of cut this a little bit short. Which I didn't want to make the video very long anyway. I just want to kind of give y'all the gist of what we were doing. But I am going to take off here, and I just wanted to show y'all one more time on taking off. So I'm going to hold my back team, give my front team a little bit of slack, and let them step off. All right, Kate, Alice. Kate, Alice, come here now. Kate, come here. Now, they all went together pretty good. It can get better. That's what we're out here doing. We're practicing. And in the coming weeks, they will get better. All right, come here, G. G, Alice. Kate, G. G. Whoop. G. Whoop. G, come here. June, stand up. G. G. Whoop. G. Come here now. Come here, May. Stand up. Whoop. A little bit at a time. Little bit. Easy. Easy. G. 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 I think y'all kind of get the idea, the gist of what we're trying to do. Look, again, thank y'all for hanging out. Appreciate you. Love all of you. Gonna put my email up here on the screen. If any of you need me, you holler at me. Be glad to talk to you. And y'all be looking for the videos coming out. We're gonna start on the log bed this week. We're gonna be highly involved with that. The next several videos is probably gonna be on the log bed and the log truck. I'm gonna try to mix in some driving while we're at it. We gotta mow some hay as well, so we'll try to get some videos of that. But anyway, I love y'all. Thank you again. And as always, I'm gonna be praying for you. Y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.